Welcome students. Today onwards we are moving to the biology part of your science textbook, that is chapter 12, plant anatomy and plant physiology. We know plants exhibit a variety of organizations. Atoms. You studied atoms in chemistry. Atoms combine to form molecules, and molecules combine to form organelles. Molecules combine to form organelles, and organelles combine to form cells. Okay, group of cells combine to form tissues. Group of cells combine to form tissues. Finally, tissues combine to form organs, and complete organs together produce an organism. That is, we humans as well as plants. So, atoms, it combine to form molecules, molecules combine to form organelles, organelles combine to form cells, a group of cells together produce tissues, group of tissues produce organs, group of organs produce organism. That is plants. In our case, it is plant. Okay. So, plant physiology means, what is mean by plant physiology? Internal study of internal structure. Internal structure of plant. Study of the internal structure of plant is known as plant physiology. Then what is, plant anatomy. Then what is plant physiology? Plant physiology is the study of metabolic process. Study of metabolic process which is found in plants. So, plant anatomy means the study of internal structures of plants. Plant physiology means study of the metabolic process in plants. Metabolic, what are the two metabolic processes? Main two metabolic processes. First one is photosynthesis, and second one is respiration. So, study of internal structure of plant is plant anatomy, and study of metabolic process in plants are called plant physiology. Mainly two metabolic processes, that is photosynthesis and respiration. We will study plant physiology in the second part of this chapter and plant anatomy as the first part of this chapter. Okay. Then, cell. Cell is the basic unit of life. Cell is the basic unit of life. Group of cells produce tissues. Group of cells that are similar or dissimilar in shape. Similar or dissimilar in shape, which means a group of cells that together produces tissues. The cells may be same or may be different in shape. All the cells that may be same in shape, or all the cells may be different in shape, but all together they produce tissues that are called tissues. But it may be same or dissimilar in shape. It may be similar in function. So, group of cells that are similar or dissimilar in shape but similar in function. Such type of cells are called tissues. Okay, group of cells are called tissues. Okay, there are mainly three types of tissue system which is present in plants. Three types of tissue system which is present in plants, it is studied by the scientist Sack. Sack, he developed or he proposed 3 types of tissue system. First one, epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system. Second one, ground tissue system. Epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and third, vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system. Okay, so Sack, he proposed 3 types of tissue system which is present in plants. First one is epidermal tissue system, second one is ground tissue system, third one is vascular tissue system. Okay, so we can discuss each type of tissue system individually. First one, epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system consists of, epidermal tissue system, it consists of epidermis, stomata, epidermis, stomata, cuticle and epidermal groove. Epidermal grooves. Okay, so epidermal tissue system, it comprises epidermis, stomata, cuticle and epidermal groove. Epidermis is the outermost layer. Outermost layer of epidermal tissue system. Okay, epidermis is the outermost layer of tissue system. Then what is stomata? Stomata is the minute pores or minute holes which is present in the epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost layer. In that outermost layer, minute pores are produced. That minute pores are called stomata. Minute pores are called stomata. Okay, then what are cuticles? Cuticle is the covering. Cuticle is the covering of the epidermis which helps in the transpiration. It regulates the transpiration. No worries, we will discuss what is transpiration in your next chapter. Okay, so cuticle, it helps in the regulation of transpiration. Then finally, epidermal growth, hairs and trichomes. Hairs and trichomes are the epidermal growth which is present in the epidermal tissue system. So epidermal tissue system, it comprises epidermis, stomata, cuticle and finally epidermal growth system. And epidermis, it is the outermost layer of the epidermal tissue system. It contains a covering called cuticle. It helps in the regulation of transpiration. And in epidermis, minute pores are present. Those minute pores are called stomata. It helps in respiration of the plants. You will study what is respiration in this chapter later. Then finally, epidermal growth. Epidermal growth are hairs or trichomes are the epidermal growth. So these are about epidermal tissue system. Then second tissue system is ground tissue system. Second tissue system is ground tissue system. So ground tissue system, it comprises cortex, endodermis, pericycle, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, and finally pith. Don't worry, you will understand what these terms in this chapter clearly. Okay, so you just give a notice that what are the type of tissues which is present in which type of epidermis, which type of tissue system. So cortex, endodermis, pericycle, and pith are the cells or layers which is present in the ground tissue system. Mainly ground tissue system comprises three type of tissues, that is parenchyma tissues, then parenchyma, collenchyma tissues, and finally sclerenchyma tissues. Sclerenchyma tissues. So, in ground tissue system, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, and pith are present, mainly containing three different type of tissues, that is parenchyma tissues, collenchyma tissues, and sclerenchyma tissues. Okay. Then third one is vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system. There are two types of vascular tissues. Two types of vascular tissues. Okay. Two types of vascular tissues. First one is xylem. Second one is phloem. First one is xylem and second one is phloem. Xylem, these tissues, they conduct water and minerals to the different parts of the plant. It conducts water and minerals. It conducts water and minerals to different parts of the plant, whereas phloem, it conducts food. The prepared food by the leaf is conducted by the phloem. It conducts food to the different parts of the plant. So, vascular tissue system, it comprises two main vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. Xylem tissues, they conduct water and minerals, whereas phloem tissues, they conduct food to the different parts of the plant. Different parts of plant. So these are all vascular tissues. Okay. Then we have to be study a little bit more about the vascular tissues. The vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, that are arranged in bundles. Vascular tissues arranged in bundles. Vascular tissues are arranged in bundles. Okay, such type of bundles are called vascular bundles. Vascular bundles. Okay, so the vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. The vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, that are arranged in bundles, that type of bundles are called vascular bundles. There are three types of arrangement of these vascular bundles. Three types, that is radial arrangement, conjoint, and finally concentric. Okay, so there is three type of arrangement, that is radial arrangement, conjoint arrangement, and finally concentric type of vascular bundles are present. Okay, now we will discuss what are radial vascular bundles. Radial vascular bundles. Radial vascular bundles means xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem are arranged in different radii. Arranged in different radius. Different and opposite radii. Different and opposite radii. Suppose this is the cross section of a portion of the plant. Okay, so if this is the cross section, this is xylem, the green colored one is xylem and the yellow colored one is phloem. Okay, so the xylem and phloem are arranged in alternative radii or different radii. Okay, so the xylem and phloem are arranged in alternative radii. This is called radial arrangement and it is mainly found in roots. R4R. Radial arrangement can be found in roots. Then next type of vascular bundle is radial. Then next type is conjoined vascular bundle. Second one is conjoined vascular bundle. Conjoined vascular bundle is the xylem and phloem lie on the same radius. Xylem and phloem in same radius. Xylem and phloem on the same radius. So, suppose this is the cross section. This is the cross section. Inside this, both xylem as well as phloem may be present. Both xylem as well as phloem. Okay, so this green colored one is xylem and yellow colored portion is phloem. Okay, so here, suppose this is one vascular bundle. This is one vascular bundle. Okay, so this is xylem or this is phloem or vice versa. It may be changed. The xylem and phloem may be changed depending upon the type, whether it is root or stem. The xylem and phloem arrangement may be changed. Okay, so only one thing you have to be noticed: the xylem and phloem are the same radius. Xylem here, phloem here. But in case of root, we see only xylem here and phloem near. That is alternate in radius. Okay, so that's all about the conjoined type. Conjoined type are of two types: collateral and bicollateral. Conjoined collateral bundles and conjoined bicollateral bundles. Conjoined collateral and conjoined bicollateral bundles. What are conjoined collateral bundles? Xylem lies towards the center. Just now we discussed that based on the type of plant part, that is whether it is stem or root, it may be changed. The arrangement of xylem and phloem may be changed. So in collateral they are saying xylem lies towards the center and phloem lies towards the periphery. So the xylem will be seen towards the center and phloem can be seen towards the periphery of the vascular bundle. Suppose this is one vascular bundle, phloem can be seen here, and xylem may be seen towards the inner. Okay, and collateral bundle are of two types: open collateral bundle and closed collateral bundle. Open collateral bundle and closed collateral bundle. Open means presence of cambium. A strip of tissues that separates the phloem and xylem. A strip of tissue that separate the phloem and xylem are called cambium. A strip of tissues that separate the phloem and xylem are called cambium. So presence of cambium means open vascular bundle. Closed means there is no cambium. If there is no cambium, it is closed collateral bundle. So conjoined collateral open vascular bundle is here. Conjoined collateral closed vascular bundle means without the cambium, it is called as closed vascular bundle. Okay. Now, what are bicollateral bundles? Bicollateral bundles means the xylem is present on the center. Okay, the phloem is present on both outer and inner. Suppose this is vascular bundle, this is cambium, this is also cambium. Okay. This is xylem. These are xylem. Phloem is present on both sides of xylem are called bicollateral bundles. These green colored markings are phloem and yellow colored markings are xylem. So bicollateral means phloem present on both sides of xylem. Both sides of xylem. Phloem on both sides of xylem are called bicollateral vascular bundle. Okay, here center is xylem, both sides of the xylem the phloem is present. That type of vascular bundles are conjoined bicollateral vascular bundle. This is open vascular bundle. Why it is open vascular bundle? Due to the presence of cambium, it is called as open vascular bundle. So it is conjoined bicollateral open vascular bundle. You understand what is the open vascular bundle and closed? Okay. So these are about conjoined vascular bundle. Now we will see what are concentric vascular bundle. Third one is concentric vascular bundle. Concentric vascular bundle. Concentric vascular bundle means xylem completely surrounds the phloem or phloem completely surrounds the xylem. Suppose deep green color markings and yellow color markings. Okay, so the center green color is xylem and the yellow color is phloem. Here, this is xylem and center is phloem. So here, the xylem is completely surrounded by the phloem. Here, the phloem is completely surrounded by the xylem. Okay, when the vascular bundle having xylem which is completely surrounded by the phloem, it is called amphivasal. Amphivasal. Whereas when phloem it is completely surrounded by xylem, it is called as amphicribral. Okay, amphivasal and amphicribral. This amphivasal is present in Dracaena. Amphivasal is present in Dracaena, whereas this is in ferns. Example. Okay. So these are about amphivasal and amphicribal. These are the two types of concentric vascular bundles, amphivasal and amphicribal. Finally, what is endarch and what is exarch? What is endarch and what is exarch? Actually, this endarch and exarch means the arrangement of protoxylem and metaxylem. The arrangement of protoxylem and metaxylem is the endarch and exarch. Okay. So, endarch means the protoxylem is present towards the periphery. Protoxylem present towards the periphery are called endarch, whereas exarch means protoxylem which is present towards the center. Okay, so endarch means the protoxylem which is towards the center and the metaxylem towards the periphery. Okay, this is metaxylem. This is small one is protoxylem. This is metaxylem. The small one is protoxylem. Okay, when the metaxylem which is present towards the periphery, it is called endarch, and the protoxylem which is towards the center, it is called endarch. Then what is exarch? Exarch means the metaxylem which is present in the center. The metaxylem will be present in the center. This is protoxylem. This is meta. Here the protoxylem is present towards the center. Here the protoxylem is present towards the periphery. It is called exarch and it is called endarch. Okay, so endarch type is mainly seen in stem, whereas exarch type is mainly seen in root. Endarch is mainly seen in stem and exarch is mainly can be found in root. Okay, so these are about endarch and exarch. Okay, so we can finally just compare the difference between three type of tissue system. We can compare the difference between three type of tissue system. Okay, so what is the three type of tissue system? First one is dermal tissue system. The tissues or the main components are epidermis, cuticle, stomata and epidermal growth, that is hair and trichome. Okay, so first system is dermal episystem. The components are epidermis, cuticle, stomata, hair and trichome. What is the main function? They are protection in function. Mainly they are protection in function, as well as it prevents the transpiration, that is it prevents water loss. It prevents water loss. Then second system is ground system. Second is ground tissue system. It contains parenchyma, then collenchyma, finally sclerenchyma. So what is their function? Their function is mainly storage of food, photosynthesis, it provides strength, support, regeneration. Okay. Regeneration. Then finally, third one is vascular tissue system, that is xylem and phloem. The main function of vascular tissue system is conduction. Xylem, it conduct water. Phloem, it conduct food. Okay, conduction means transport. Xylem, it transport water to the different parts of the plant. Phloem, it conduct food to the different parts of the plant. So these are about types of tissue system. Okay, so dermal tissue system, ground tissue system, vascular tissue system, their components and what is its function, and we discussed detailedly about the vascular tissue system. Three types: radical, conjoined and concentric. Radical means the xylem and phloems are arranged in the alternative radii, and conjoined means it is in the same radius. Conjoined are of two types, that is collateral as well as bicollateral. Collateral means the xylem and phloem are the xylem may be towards the center and phloem towards the periphery, that is collateral. Bicollateral means the phloem are present on both sides of the xylem are called bicollateral vascular bundle. Then open conjoined vascular bundle and closed conjoined vascular bundle. Open conjoined vascular bundle means due to the presence of cambium, we will call them as open conjoined vascular bundle. If there is no cambium, we will call them as closed vascular bundle. Okay, then third is concentric vascular bundle. Concentric vascular bundle means xylem is completely surrounded by phloem. That type of vascular bundle are called amphivasal vascular bundle. When the phloem, which is completely surrounded by the xylem, it is called as amphicribal vascular bundle. Then finally, what are endarch and exarch? Endarch means the protoxylem is present towards the center and metaxylem present towards the periphery, whereas exarch means the metaxylem which is present towards the center and protoxylem is present towards the periphery. And these are the comparison of three type of tissue system. Okay, then in our next class we can discuss about the internal structure of stems. Internal structure of two type of items. Okay, so these are about today's lecture. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. Okay, thank you students. Take notes. You have to prepare notes and you have to be submitted notes to me. Okay, I will value the notes. Okay, if you have any difficulty to preparing any section, you can ask me. So that's all about today. Thank you.